Observations with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, but most importantly, the most fully articulated host on YouTube, Robert Meyer Burnett. But you know what? I'm not the person that's really important here. The real important person is my favorite Yorkshireman and your favorite Yorkshireman, who on this channel right now remains unbanned and unboxed as always, as Mr. HeelsvsBabyFace himself. My God, how are you? What is it like to be banned from a social media platform? I can only say I admire your fortitude, sir. I admire your fortitude, and by God, we are fighting the good fight. People say we're man children. That might be true, but we will always fight the good fight for you, right? Isn't that true?
It's cool. It's fine. It's all great. I was waiting for you to say when you said the most important man. I was waiting for you to say Jesus, and then
well, him too.
No, I mean, in all seriousness, it's just it's farcical, isn't it? So you can't really get mad or anything like that when it just proves to be as farcical as it actually is. I thought I'd miss it. No, it's allowed me to be more productive on my channel. which is great, yeah, and it's also given me time to work on the secondary channel, which is going to be opening up at the beginning of July time. So yeah, it's kind of like I said to you just before the stream, I said it feels like we've sort of been duped, as if we need to have Twitter in our lives, we need to have that interaction and whatnot, and when it's gone, it's kind of like no, it didn't really. You know, I can still interact on other platforms. I can interact on YouTube here. You know, it doesn't affect the streaming. It hasn't affected the traffic. If anything, the traffic's now gone up because I've been more productive in my day. So yeah, it's pushed rather than left. But hey, isn't that the way you really want to go when it comes to Twitter?
God damn, it is pushed rather than left. You know, it just goes to show you that, first of all, I'm a big advocate of free speech, and I think that the sharing of ideas is never something that to be shied away from, and especially when you're quoting Game of Thrones. I mean, to quote Game of Thrones after the 8th season, that should be lauded, not banned. Just saying. I mean, come on now. Valor Margulis, all shows must die. Oh, wait, no, hey. I don't mean that.
But it's so ironic, though, that Twitter, which is such a partisan social media platform, can't understand context. It just fits perfectly.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was I was actually talking to somebody, I was DMing somebody on Twitter at the time, and we were just having some banter back and forth, and we actually thought it was the banter that we were having that Twitter sort of like intervened, and they were like texting me going, whoa, where did he go? What happened? And I was like, my platform's just gone. And then I got an email, and the email was from that tweet. And that tweet had gone out 5-6 hours ago. So, you know, it wasn't as if it was like an immediate tweet and then ban. It was a tweet that I did like 6 hours ago. Which, you know, if you're a nerd, and it was replying to Marvel, you know, which is a nerdy thing anyway. So the context of All Men Must Die, Volomagorus, and you know, it's Game of Thrones, man. Come on.
Apparently, the Game of Thrones now applies to Twitter.
Yeah.
Who? If you don't play the Game of Thrones effectively, you're out.
You're either winner or you're banned.
You got red weddinged on Twitter, man. That's what happened. Red weddinged. But you know, this show is the exact opposite of anything bad in the world. This is a show where we celebrate all that's good in the world, all that is right. And that means maintaining, holding on to that inner child that everyone tries to beat out of you from a very early age. We don't do that here. And I have to say that there are things, Justin, of course, I don't know if he's going to show up. I didn't really check with him last night, so this is my fault. It's on me. Normally he'd come on the show. He will get up at 5 in the morning, but I didn't check with him last night. I did send him a link to the channel, so maybe he'll show up. You never know. But Justin did send me this little ditty from 1/6 Kit, which for those of you who don't know, that's where I got my Jon, speaking of Game of Thrones, I got my Jon Snow head sculpt, and also I ordered the Henry Cavill head sculpt because of Justin, but I have yet to get that's got the hair parted on the right side that will go on my black Superman from Zack Snyder's Superman. But he sent me this timely head sculpt of Loki. I know your favorite show, but here is Loki, a Loki head sculpt. This comes from 1/6 Kit, and I have to tell you, I have a couple of Loki figures, Hot Toys figures, and I have to say I looked at this head sculpt and I was like, boy, that head sculpt is pretty damn cool. Justin sent this to me, so I figured I would share it with you. I know as not your favorite thing right now, but I'm a big fan of Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I think that's a pretty good head sculpt. So
I'm waiting for it to pop on the screen. Here we go.
We're that delayed.
Yeah. We are that delayed. Here it comes. It's just come on now. Yeah, I mean, show I think is dreadful, but I like Tom Hiddleston a lot. That's not a bad head sculpt, to be honest with you.
No.
I think there's just something not quite right in the nose or the eye. It's just a little something, but it's not bad. I mean, it's better than I saw the video from Justin today on the Dark World Loki, and it's better than that head sculpt, which is very plastic. That's a very plasticky head sculpt. But no, I it's so frustrating for me because I like Tom Hiddleston a lot. I think he's a great actor, and I like the character of Loki a lot. I think he's been great in the MCU, and you know, he had a great story arc. Hello, in the movies, which the series I think is absolutely tearing apart. Particularly if you've seen this week's episode. Jesus Christ.
Well, we're going to talk about that because you and I think. I beg to differ with you, but we'll talk about that. Yeah. But now I don't mean to bring everybody down, but there was something that I saw this week that really brought me down, and that was a new company, I guess, called CyberX, and they're doing a they're doing a Rambo figure. Right. Now, I don't know if you've seen it. Let me throw this up. I'll talk a little bit so we catch up on the live show. So here is CyberX's Rambo. Now, this is supposed to be a Sylvester Stallone head sculpt. Now, these figures, it's Rambo Last Blood. They're also doing a Creed 2 Sylvester Stallone figure. I don't know what this head sculpt is supposed to be, but this comes with 2 head sculpts, and here would be the second head sculpt. I guess this is the mean angry Rambo head sculpt. I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is an anime version. I don't know what this is. I mean, we're so used to getting a lot of great head sculpts in. I'm a little perplexed. I'm perplexed by this head sculpt. I don't know what it means. And here, of course, is the Creed 2 version, which maybe looks a little better, but again, the figure looks kind of good, but the head sculpts leave something, I guess we could say, to be desired. In this day and age, I don't know, as yeesh. It's really cartoony. Mm-hmm. And that's the nicest thing that I can say. Look, even the teeth hasn't got any like shading on it. It's just white. It's just the teeth look horrendous. Yeah, they're not. The Creed one, I don't know, sort of looks like a woman in drag. Oh yeah, it's kind of like dragging up as a man. Victor Victoria. She's a man, baby. She's a man, baby. Yeah. I am not. I'm not. Needless to say, did not pre-order these. No, I saw them as well. I skipped them very, very quickly. I passed over them very, very quickly. I'll tell you, though, what we did discuss early on before the show, something good, And if you are a Guardians of the Galaxy 1 fan, this was a figure that was inexplicably not made by Hot Toys. I don't know, you'd think they'd be more up on the villains than they are. I don't know why, but here, in fact, is the Galaxy Warlord, a.k.a. Ronan the Accuser, from Guardians of the Galaxy. This comes from Toys Era, that has been making... They have just been killing it when it comes to the MCU villains or comic villains, and I think this figure looks or as Justin would say, I think it looks fantastic. That was a terrible accent for Justin. I'm sorry. But I think this figure looks great. Ronan the Accuser. I'm definitely going to pick this up. I don't know about you. But
yeah, I think this is awesome. I think this is really, really awesome. I really hope that because they do show in one of the images the purple in the hammer.
Yeah.
So I'm really kind of hoping that is an LED.
Right.
I got a feeling it's not. I got a feeling that they did that to make it look nice. But if that is, if you know, you could insert a battery and get that purple LED lighting around it for the Infinity Stone, that would be Stone of Power, isn't it? Power Stone.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That would be great. That would be fantastic. But yeah, the head sculpt is incredible. I think absolutely incredible. Yeah, you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy crew, just perfect, absolutely perfect to go along with them. Yeah, it's so good to see the third party. I mean, you know, I know these aren't licensed, but it's so good to see that third party people are going, hey, look, we'll make them. We'll make the
and they really are stepping up. I mean, we've seen a lot of great third party figures. As a matter of fact, I believe we'll be showing some third party figures that we might have picked up this week.
Yes.
And also, there's something else. This was unexpected. I think this dropped today or yesterday. We both speaking about. Look, we got a great Doc Ock, you know. We got a great Green Goblin from Toys Era. Now here's something from a different company that I looked at. I mean, to me, I think of the Kingpin as a Daredevil and Spider-Man villain. I mean, I know he's in the MCU, but and this was a comic-esque version of Kingpin. I think you and I both can agree. This is I think. This is a spectacular. He looks kind of a thuggish, maybe East European, Italian, whatever. I love this Kingpin figure, or as they call it, the Underground King. He looks, he kind of looks Russian Mafia to me more so. But man, I love these two shots of him. I think this is a definite must-buy. And it's funny, it says Underground King from, I guess, Parallel Universe, or it's supposed to be, which is cool. So, again, very excited about this Kingpin figure. I think it looks very, very cool. And I love the suit. I've always loved Kingpin. So, put that in your collection as well. Is this something you're interested in getting?
Oh, I pulled the trigger immediately on this.
Nice.
Immediately. Yeah, I saw this, and I was actually kind of like, I'm glad they didn't try and do Vincent D'Onofrio,
right?
And they just kind of went for their own design on the Kingpin here, and I think it really works. Like you said, that face, it's so charismatic. It's got so much personality to it that you could, it could be Eastern European, it could be Russian, it could be, Italian. There's so many different things that the Kingpin sort of origin, whatever, could have risen up from. The canes are great. The couple of canes that you get, the skull one, I think, is fantastic. That is really, really awesome.
Yeah,
and they have lit the photographs exceedingly well.
Very
and
cinematic.
I think this is going to be, I think this is going to be a big boy.
I think so
this
too.
is going to be, and if you didn't pull the figure, I'm sorry, folks, but if you didn't pull the trigger on the Ock, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. And I warned you. I was so glad that I got it. I was so glad that I got it because somebody says it's like the PS4's Kingpin.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, from the Spider-Man game. Okay,
like it.
Kingpin looks like Az. Cool. But yeah, I've got Spidey. I've got Daredevil. You know, he's got people that he could match up with. The suit's great. Tie's great. Little scarf, little handkerchief in his pocket. Yeah, great. I loved it. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh yes, yes.
Now, I would be remiss. I think the biggest news of the week, although I'm getting a little, to be honest, tired of this. But considering I just got my deluxe version, you'd think when you get a deluxe version of something, that's the end of it. But oh no, let's call this the deluxe version. This would be the third release Hot Toys has made of the Mandalorian. Yes, we got a Mandalorian with a Pedro Pascal head sculpt. Here he is. But so this is the Mandalorian and Grogu that follows the other Mandalorian and Grogu, which followed the other Mandalorian and Grogu, in addition to the swoop bike Mandalorian, whatever. I mean, there's more Mandalorians, and I have to say, it does finally come with this Pedro Pascal head sculpt, which looks, they're killing it, no doubt. Hot Toys is killing it. But this is just the regular release of the Mandalorian and Grogu, just like their first they did the Mandalorian and Grogu, and then they did the deluxe version. So here's the Pedro Pascal face version of the Mandalorian Grogu, and then they release a deluxe version of that, which is right here. And this deluxe version comes with Boba Fett armor. It looks like, actually, I call this the Mandalorian LA homeless version of the Mandalorian, because he looks like the Mandalorian who decided to move to LA and it doesn't have enough money to afford anywhere to live, so he's carrying all of his belongings after the Razor Crest blew up. So here is the deluxe version of the Mandalorian and Grogu, which comes with, obviously he has nowhere to put his belongings. He truly is homeless. There is no more Razor Crest, so why shouldn't he live on the streets of Los Angeles where all the other homeless people live? So that was...
Our armor is chrome. They've chromed it. So it's got a chrome effect to it now.
I know, which is really cool.
Yeah. So even if you got the Beskar armor one, this is a different Beskar armor. They're really going all out for please buy more Mandalorian.
As if, yeah.
Not gonna get.
Yeah, you know what, to be honest, me neither. I'm not going to get it as well. I don't need it. I already have my Mandalorian deluxe version, and then I bought Elizabeth the regular version. So we have two Mandos in here already. And, I mean, I don't know if I'll get the swoop bike or whatever, but still, it's like, come on, man. How many more Mandalorians can you make?
Well, exactly. What about the other little beauty that went up?
Would you talk about the Clown Prince of Crime? Would that?
Oh, yes.
Well, here is the Clown. The Madman returns, and both two head sculpts very much inspired. Now, this is from a specific. I'm drawing a blank on which specific thing it is from, but the white suited the Clown. I actually love this. Not. Uh-oh. Well, there's another... The Mime Joker? Are we talking about...
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
So, the Mime Joker, which Hot Toys has released previously, is made by the same company that's putting out that Stallone figure.
Oh, this is the Dark...
Yes, that's right. So, yeah. Dark Knight Returns.
Mime Joker from Batman.
Yes.
89 Batman with Tim Burton, which I could not snap up quick enough.
So Hot Toys did a Mime Joker. It was a DX version of the Mime Joker, but then, let me put that back up again. Here is the Mime Joker, and this is, of course, done by CyberX, the same company that did those Sylvester Stallone figures, and I'm kind of like, this Mime Joker, look at this head sculpt. It is bang on. It looks incredible. The features look incredible, and I think this is just outstanding. And again, I don't know if they've done a sculpt of their own or if this is a repop of the Hot Toys, but it looks like obviously clearly I don't. This is great. I love this with the different eyes. I don't know how that's going to work. It's got the original. You could move the eyes around in the Hot Toys figure. I don't know what they're doing here, but it's pretty great. So you thought that was something you bought right away?
Yeah, I think when the picture goes up, it mutes me. So I don't know. I think people are sort of like fading me in and out at the minute. Yeah, when I saw this one, I because I didn't have the opportunity beforehand, and the price on this is just ridiculously low. And that face sculpt, I mean, the just look at the detail on the actual face itself.
I mean, it looks to me like it's the Hot Toys. It's a repop of the Hot
yeah,
Toys.
it's so good. It's just so good. And yeah, it's from a very specific scene in Batman, and I don't care. That's just such an awesome figure to have. Considering I'm also still on the fence about whether I should pull the trigger on the Batman Batwing from Jazz Inc.
Okay, wait a minute. What show is this, dude? What do you mean you're on the fence?
I know. But look, when you've just pulled the trigger on the the Justice Batwing, and you don't know this, folks, but I might have also pulled the trigger on the Snow Speeder as well.
Oh.
You know, it's like, you know, I know the answer is always going to be yes, but
The answer is always yes, Has.
I just have to rein it in. I have to rein it in for a bit. Otherwise, I'm just going to go crazy.
That's philosophically not what this show's all about.
I know.
You're using terminology that is decidedly not fully articulated.
I'm trying to be responsible, and I'm trying not to make it sound so flexy. But it's I would just love to have. I would just love to have that 1989 Batwing as well, because it's so cool. Yeah. So maybe let the chat decide.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Let's ask the chat. Should Az pull the trigger on the '89 Batwing from Jazz Inc? Do 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 do. Come on, man. What is the answer? We all know it. You know it. I know it. Even Az knows it. But if he wants to make himself feel better and throw it out to you to get your answer, well then, okay. By the way, they keep up for the '89 Batmobile for the '89 Batwing. Jazz Inc keeps putting up schematics, like CAD drawings of their prototype, and it looks unbelievable. Kind of like that old EMF song. They're unbelievable. I mean, yeah. So they're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in a really good place with Jazz Inc right now, because my Justice Mobile is here, obviously. My computer's paid off. My bat signal's paid off. The only thing that I've got on tick, as we used to say, pay per month, is the Snow Speeder.
Yes, well, that's good. I've been paying that off for a while.
Yeah, no group pressure, but everyone's saying pull the trigger. I think apart from two people just said no, but everyone else was just like yes.
What do you mean no? Who said no?
I'm
banning those people. You're banned.
Yeah.
No, we don't ban people on these shows as a matter of. Well, maybe I don't know. My moderator is like, don't say that, Rob.
Yeah.
We can ban whoever we want. So for those of you who don't know, what I love about Jazz Inc. is they do share the progress of their 6th scale creations on their website and on their Facebook page. And for instance, for those of you who don't know, like I'll show them. Here's a drawing that is from their Facebook page, and this is showing the various parts and things and how they're going to construct the pieces. Now, we did show it last week. Keep in mind that this is 6 scale. It is to scale with the actual filming miniatures that they created for Batman. It's to scale with the 6-scale figure, but they're trying to make this as accurate to the filming model and then the live action part of that, component of that, as they can. So here's what they're doing. Here's a couple of other drawings. Like this shows where the gun ports were on the front, and you can see the scissor that they used to cut the strings of the Joker's balloons. So those are there, and then again, here's more detail. And this is what Jazz Inc. This is how detailed they get into, and I think because of their creations, there's a lot of people that actually worked on these films that have been sending them reference materials. Certainly that happened on the 66 Batmobile. But very cool. Obviously, these are pricey items, but you can pay them off over a year if you want. And I think their work, I mean, I have 2 things from Jazz Inc. that I've already received. Their land speeder from A New Hope, and also their the cargo section of the Millennium Falcon. And I love those. I'm still waiting on my Falcon cockpit, which I paid off a long time ago. And then I've got their 66 Batmobile, the Snowspeeder, the gantry from Bespin, and, all that stuff. All of that stuff. So, yeah. So why don't you pull the trigger on that? Do it now. Come on. Come on. Come on, do it now.
Right now.
You only have to pay, you don't even have to put everything down. Just pre-order it.
I know.
Come on, man. Come on.
But it's like you go onto Jazz Inc.'s website and it's just a litany of fucking porn.
I know.
And it's just you want to pull the trigger on everything. It's like, oh, they got the vulture. Oh, I should get the vulture as well. Oh.
Yeah, but what's great is it takes a long time for these things to be finished.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why. I can't say why. But I'm just pretty sure that we're going to see a reissue of the 89 Batman.
I think so, too. I think they're going to reissue both the 89 Batman and the 89 Joker.
Yes. I think I just got a feeling, particularly where they've started to put out the Bale Batman stuff again. And with the Flash movie and Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman in there, I just got this feeling that we're gonna get the reissue of the I think we're gonna get the reissue of the Batman. I think we're gonna get the reissue of the Batman Begins. We're gonna get the reissue of the Joker. So I think it's all going to come out.
I think so too.
Done, you heathens. Okay, I put it on a 12-month plan.
There you go. Because why not? There you go.
Oh, man.
You know what? See if you can. You're starting by the way, everyone, Az is starting a second YouTube channel, so everybody should go like and subscribe. Tell us about that channel, Az.
Well, I wanted, I deal with a lot of crap on my main channel, and I wanted something palate cleansing. There's a lot of TV that I'm watching at the moment, which I'm finishing and just wanting to climb the wall. And so I'm finding myself watching other TV programs just to kind of palate cleanse. Today was Person of Interest. One episode of Loki followed by 5 episodes of Person of Interest made me feel good. No, because I love what we do here. I absolutely adore what we do here. I think it's so much fun. The kind of positive vibe of the show, the positive vibe from the chat sending through pictures of which I can't see anymore because I'm now banned, but you can at me in on Instagram, people sending the pictures of the stuff, the hobby stuff that they've got, and they've picked up, people who've started for the first time. Hey, this is my first hot toy, or this is my first 1 in 12 if you're a weirdo. And I just wanted a channel that was just going to be positive and just deal with all the absolute nerderific stuff that we do. So I thought, why not turn hot toys into a channel? Just turn it into a channel, yeah. So I do have a link if I'm allowed to drop it into the. This is a preview, folks, because It's not ready for open up yet, but bada bing, bada boom. It's not ready for opening up yet, but I can give you the link because it is set up. The channel is set up. The logo's set up. The banner's set up. So if I drop that into the chitty chat, so you're just getting like an extra special quickie. You can subscribe before stuff happens. Thingy there. Yeah, and it's going to deal with my 1 in 6. It's going to deal with my Lego. It's going to deal with my Warhammer painting and stuff like that. And we'll still do the hot toy streams on the main channel. But when this opens up, after the stream has ended, I'll be transferring the hot toy stream onto the hot toy channel as a VOD. And it's going to be Hot Toy Season 2. So, yes, that's going to be the Season 2. So, yeah, just all the kind of nerdy stuff from the toys that I get. Transformers, Star Wars, Legos. Showing off some of my stuff that I used to play with as a kid, which is just like smash to hell. All the 1 in 6 stuff. I just want it to be a nice nerd haven there that we can just appreciate, hopefully, and have a gay old time.
And I love that. Having gay old times is always a good thing, and especially when you're happy.
Wilma.
And I agree. I think it's gonna be fun. Like I'm looking forward to just watching what you do on that channel, and there is a diversity of stuff. Like it's not just 6 scale. Like we predominantly talk about 6 scale here. But like I love Gundam diecast figures and model kits, and I can't wait to get my first shipment from my Japanese shopper. I'm going to get my first, I think, 16 issues of the 4-foot starship with the space battleship Andromeda from Star Blazers. Actually, this one's from 2205, the Hachette kit. The Andromeda is one of my favorite fictional spaceships, and to have a 4-foot light-up version that is electronic and all works, I have to build it, and it's going to cost me ridiculous sums of money over the course of the next, I think it's like a year and a half or something. Yeah. I'm not going to have all the pieces. I've already been watching the Japanese videos, because it's only available in Japan, so I've got a shopper that's been, and he's got like 16 of the issues that he has to send me, kind of like you're getting the Eagle Moss Enterprise.
Yeah, so, I think I'm up to five parts now.
Yeah, now are you going to build that on your show?
Yeah, I think that's the best place to build it.
Yeah,
because we said we're going to have we could do some streams. We could just muck about.
We could do the same thing. We could do the same thing like we do on this show, where we have a build and play stream, and we'll just alternate weeks.
Yeah,
like an enterprise.
Enterprise build.
Yeah, because we can both get frustrated together. God damn it, there's so much wire here. What the hell? Because I've been
the thing of the thing.
There's a British guy doing it. No, there's a guy in Britain who's doing this already, and it's pretty extensive. It's not building that saucer section is not going to be fun. It's going to be not hard, but just. It's going to take a while. It's going to take some patience.
You got to think of the payoff, though. That's what you got to think of, because the payoff's going to be massive, just like the bloody Enterprise is going to be.
That thing is huge.
Yeah,
it's quite big.
The D is the best Enterprise to me.
The D is the best. Now there was another. I think we showed last week. I don't know that there's an action figure of Dexter coming out, the serial killer.
No,
Dexter.
No,
did we not show that?
No.
Oh well, okay.
I was laughing at the 1 in 6 version of Creed, which looks terrible.
Yeah, it's just bad. But you know what they are putting out? There's 2 versions of Patrick Bateman from American Psycho coming out, and now again, one I think is Present Toys, but the one that dropped this week, I'll show that. This one is coming out from a different company, and it comes with 2 head sculpts. It's got his angry, I'm going to chop up Jared Leto with an axe head sculpt. There's that head sculpt, and also it comes with blood, like clear blood pieces that you can actually put on the axe. So there's a lot of accessories, and here's the close-up to give you more of a... He also comes with all of his 80s cell phone and his suits. I think this figure looks terrific. And I'm not sure if this is a retooled version because Justin would probably be able to tell me, but a couple weeks ago, they showed this version, the mental patient, that's coming from Present Toys, which I've liked stuff from Present Toys, and the head sculpt is not, it looks a little bit more anime as opposed to more realistic, but I don't remember if Present Toys changed, and this is a new Present Toys company. I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but pretty close. I love Patrick Bateman. I have, of course, we
can get a 1 in 6 Patrick Bateman, man,
with blood effects. And
with blood effects.
I've got my
film.
Oh yeah, I've got my Blitzway Hannibal Lecter that I really love. The fact that, let me get the Dexter figure because that figure is awesome.
Well, I tell you what, I will be very displeased if this doesn't come with the slightly off-white business cards.
That's bone. He calls it. You see that? That's bone.
That's bone.
Yes, I agree with that.
Gosh,
and then
such a good film. I love American Psycho, by the way.
Oh, dude, I love it too. As a matter of fact, I've got a 4K version of the disc coming to me from Germany.
Ooh,
it's coming out in 4K, which I can't get. Now, this Dexter figure is coming to us, I believe, from a company called Flashback Toys.
Okay.
And I have to say that this Dexter figure, I am pretty damn impressed with. It comes with 2 different outfits, and let me get this up. I haven't grabbed it yet, but I was very impressed. Now I believe this figure is actually licensed, so I think I might be wrong.
Okay.
Again, Justin could tell me this, but to begin with. He comes in his civilian garb, his like Miami. I think this is a perfect look here for Dexter, like a purplish, pinkish, mauve, whatever color. Here he is in his civilian garb before he's gone anywhere, just hanging out. It'll pop up there, yeah, as I talk. And so he comes with this change of clothes, and then he comes with his quote-unquote work clothes when he's dispensing with people he needs to dispense with. And here he is with his gloves and his apron to dispatch with human beings. And he's looking pretty damn good, I think. I mean, I think that let me try and get a close-up of this so you can see the face sculpt, which I didn't pull. But so you're looking at this now. What are your thoughts on this Dexter figure?
Yeah, I like it. I really like the pink shirt version because that looks very much like he's there, and then he goes into his killer outfit. Yeah, with his kind of like green top. That's really good. The face sculpt was it's a little bit like cartoony, but at the same time, it's really good cartoony.
Now I'm going to show you. I just grabbed a close up of this, and it looks like there's 2 different head sculpts. One where he's and by the way, this is a shot that has all of the accessories the figure comes with. So it looks like he's got the more furrowed brow. He's more going to work, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it's just the angle, but it does look like there's 2 different head sculpts, and you see he comes with a lot of really cool accessories. He comes with a syringe, and he comes with like his police ID. And this looks really great. And I think this must be licensed because it does say Showtime here. And the ad is very, very cool. But this is definitely something that I certainly will pick up. And I think this is a really good looking figure. So, yeah.
Pre-order now.
Yeah, you can pre-order this. They have it on 1-6 retailers. They have it on, and I think they have it at Toys Wonderland as well. As well. But I'm really digging this too.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I really hope it comes with his ID badge because he has to obviously put that on at crime scenes, and yeah, didn't disappoint. He's got his kill kit. He's got his kill kit there, which is superb. The syringe, of course, which he knocks them out with. Did it come with the slides? The blood slides.
Oh, that's a good question. I think it might. It looks like there's a box on there.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's blood slides. That would be
Probably.
great if that is.
Yeah.
I would get that Dexter. I really enjoyed Dexter. Yeah, the latter seasons weren't so great. But my God, that Trinity series with John Lithgow. John Lithgow just showed that he could be terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And yeah. So yeah, but it's coming back, and I'm really hoping it's gonna be good.
Me too. I am very much hoping it is going to be good. And he's coming back. They haven't explained like what exactly he's doing as the Trinity killer, but maybe it's a flashback or it's his ghost, or I don't know.
Oh no, sorry. I was just talking about the seasons that I liked.
Because they're bringing it back.
John Lithgow was the Trinity. Huh? Are they?
Yeah, they're bringing Dexter's coming back, and Lithgow just signed on to play the Trinity killer again. And we don't know if it's a ghost or a flashback, because obviously the Trinity killer, spoiler alert, is dead. So yes, he is coming back.
It was the Trinity. Well, it's not a spoiler because come on. But Trinity, John Lithgow, of course, killed his wife.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of his father, how his father appears to him. Maybe it's the Trinity killer, John Lithgow, that appears to him, and maybe it's appealing more to his serial killer side as regards to his father that was trying to appeal more to his humanity. Maybe he's letting go and just sort of, anyone I deem unworthy is going to get the cut.
Yes. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, there's one other figure that I don't know if I'm going to get this, but I wanted to show it. It's I don't really collect historical military or leaders, although I did order that Tutankhamun figure we showed a while back. But Saladin, the great leader Saladin, that if you have ever seen Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven, a great leader, a world leader at one point in time. There is this very cool figure that is coming out. Here is Saladin, this figure, and I think that it's a gorgeous figure. The head sculpt is amazing. I mean, I just because he's such a significant historical figure, I just thought this is I just love this figure, and I don't. It's sort of a one-off. I just think I love cool, really well done action figures, and then I'm not gonna lie, as one of the reasons that this figure attracted me so much is if you like the figure, which is obviously very good, they also made a separate chair. Yes, that's right. He comes with a throne. He doesn't come with it. You have to buy it separately. But I looked at this throne, running. I guess a throne. Jerusalem. You can sit on this throne. I'm like, come on, man. I looked at this figure. Not only is this figure cool, but I think I want to have a display of powerful people like in chairs. Like I got Vito Corleone from Godfather. I got Michael Corleone. I've got Tony Montana. And I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but Saladin as well, great leader, not a criminal, but a great leader in his throne. And and I can put him. Charlie Chaplin can go up there too. So it's all interesting historical figures sitting in chairs, which I actually want to. That's my new display that I want to have behind me as I'm moving things around.
If anyone gets offended by Saladin, I think they need to get some perspective in life.
Yes, they do. But I think, what a gorgeous figure. I really do love that figure, and it's terrific. And yeah,
I'm on the lookout for a couple of figures actually. I'm on the lookout for a couple of either covert military or Marines. Because I'd love to have like a couple of either covert military or SWAT, something like that, to go with my Leon.
A lot of great choices out there too.
Yeah. I've had a look. There is some good ones, but these military ones, the good military ones, they get snapped up and they go up in price.
Yeah. I just want to show, here is Saladin sitting in that chair, and I look at this, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, this is one, how could I not want this on my shelf? Plus, I can chalk it up, and I can say, well, it's from Kingdom of Heaven, if you want. You could say that, so it's kind of from a movie.
Sure.
Not that he wasn't an important historical figure as well, but still, you know.
It's no, I think it's a beautifully made figure by the looks of it.
Yeah, really looks great.
The armor looks fantastic. The head sculpt's great. The helmet's beautiful. Yeah.
By the way,
that'll make a lovely piece in anyone's collection. Period.
I want to say that Roger H, Shane O'Reilly, and have been sending in super chat stickers into the live chat. Thank you very much for those, kind folks. Very much.
I'm gonna. What? Zog. Gonna what zog you.
I love it.
There you go. Yeah, it's just I just think it's a beautiful figure in general.
It is. And you know, I just like figures. I like figures. They're people. Figures are people.
Not wrong with world conquerors. That's why we have an advanced civilization.
That's exactly right. I think so. But yeah, that's
don't worry about it, kids.
As Chuck Keyworth says, the helmet's fucking amazing. It is amazing.
Oh yeah. That helmet is great.
Yeah, it really looks good.
I'd love to get some Crusaders. Wouldn't it be great? Have a couple of Crusaders, couple of Moors.
Yep. And how about the Tombs of the Blind Dead? I'd love to get the those figures as well. They were Crusaders. Oh, you know, in the Saladin figure, I didn't even realize this. The Saladin figure comes with other accessories too. Like he comes with, I know it's not a flying carpet, but if you get the chair, the chair comes with a background and stuff, which is wow. This is pretty cool. Although the chair alone is $200, but it's worthy because it comes with a background and all that stuff. So okay, why not? I think that's
nice.
I might have to do that. But yeah. So anyway, what'd you get this week? Did you get anything?
Yeah, I got a shit ton. I'm just gonna first of all, I just show off a couple of toys, because these are these three. This is actually a set of 7. I've got the other 4 on the way. 3 more will arrive tomorrow, and then 1 more is going to arrive in a couple of days' time. But these are the reissues of the Headmaster Transformers. But the actual Transformer itself is a more modernized version. But it's packaged up as the original, which I think is great. So you got the Headmaster on the side, and then you've got the Transformer obviously there. And then on the back, you have your wonderful squiggly power chart. And then you have that awesome artwork that you get. This one displaying Fortress Maximus on the back. So this one is Hardhead, which is the Autobot. And then I got a couple. We got Weird Wolf, one of the Decepticon headmasters. Love the old retro boxes. Love them. And then Skull Cruncher, that's it. I was going to say Snapdragon, but no. Skull Cruncher as a third one. So yeah, I saw those on Hasbro Pulse. I am kind of addicted to Hasbro Pulse at the moment, because you know they do 10,000 pretty good shit going on there. So yeah, that's kind of like a cool thing. And just to sort of go with the Transformers theme, my new fan toy, which is the Scourge version of the Transformer. I've ordered some Decepticon stickers. The ones that I have are not the correct ones that I want to put on him, but this is just a beauty because I've got Hot Rod, Cup, and Blur. So I really want Galvatron to have Cyclonus and Scourge. So this is the Cyclonus.
That's beautiful.
And boy, is it an absolute blinder.
Now, how much is that?
Absolute
How much of that is die cast?
A lot.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Like, all the joints are die cast. That's die cast. Parts of here are die cast, especially on the joint areas, and the feet are die cast. We've got the articulated hands. Up here is this area at the top is if I turn this around, actually, this is a fair bit of plastic, but you've still got die cast on the midriff area as well. So yeah, it's got a little bit of weight. The Cyclonus has a little bit of weight to it, not as much weight as the Galvatron, which is pretty much all die cast. That is an absolute blinder. But yeah, it's got a nice bit of chunk to it, as you say. And this is just a beaut. But my God, sorry, I think I called this Scourge. I meant Cyclonus. The Scourge fans toy is so hard to find. So I'm just gonna keep my eye out for that. And I was lucky. There were like a few Cyclonuses up. So I could sort of like take my pick. I sort of like go through them. Don't necessarily get the cheapest because they're all pretty much the same price. But I get the one that I feel has been either completely unopened and I can tell, or one which has really been well looked after. So yeah. Now I've just got to try and find the Scourge.
Nice.
The Scourge version, yeah. Interchangeable head. You can have the metal spike bits. You can have one with a broken metal spike on one side. So it's got a lot of great interchangeable features, and all of them, the cup, the blur, the hot rod, the Cyclonus, they all come with the Target Master gun, which is the so yeah, you could go with the Target Master versions of them if you wanted to. So yeah, and then then I've got 3 1-in-6s that arrived this week.
Yes, me too. We too. Should we? I think we it'll be fun to compare and contrast with you. Did you get one that was green?
I got one which is green. Yes, I did. Did you get one which is green?
I
can
did.
See it behind you. Yeah.
I did get one that's green.
Should we show our greens?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'll show our box. These So Toys, the Stephen Amell green. Been waiting for this for a long time, actually.
Have you?
Well, yeah, because I paid for this a long time ago when it was first announced. So
okay.
Now I gotta say that if you look at this box, So Toys has this is as Hot Toys as it gets without Hot Toys.
Oh yeah.
Like you open this up and it's got the in the box.
That is such a great picture as well.
It's such a great picture, and this is like it's what Hot Toys does. You know, they've got the flap that comes down here. And even unlike Hot Toys, they've got like a little instruction sheet that gives you, this is in color, you know, and then you look at this, this is very much, you know, they're getting more and more and more like Hot Toys. I haven't opened this up yet, but obviously on Justin's channel, he's reviewed this figure.
Yes.
And I got more excited than ever before. This comes with a lot of different accessories. Let's see if I take it out. But the face sculpt is well. Let me get closer on this. So
yeah, do a onesie.
Have you taken it out before? I haven't. Well,
I've taken. I haven't built it yet, but I've taken it out and I've had a look, and I'm actually quite amazed at the amount of accessories, the amount of arrows. The bow looks great. The base is great. It's a very nice base.
Yeah.
As well.
It's full on. I mean, it's I dare say it's Hot Toys quality. The arrow and the quiver, and it's really amazing what this all comes with. Let me go full frame on this and give you. This is without his mask on, but and you put the mask on. I think this figure looks fantastic. It's got. Yeah, I mean, I haven't put up, but look at this. The costume is amazing. The tailoring is fantastic. And see, the thing is, the reason I got this figure is not necessarily because I'm the biggest CW fan or the Arrowverse fan, but I'm a Justice League fan. And I want to put, Green Arrow is always one of my favorite characters in the Justice League. So I got this because I'm gonna put the DC Cinematic Universe and the CW Justice League characters together, and I'm gonna make my own Justice League. So that's why I wanted to get this. And they also have like an Incredible Titans Robin figure that's coming out. That
Yes.
I had ordered that as well, and then a Nightwing figure. And I think So Toys is killing it. I think they're really doing a phenomenal job with this whole package. I mean, obviously, I didn't. Next time, I'll take it out and have it, have it on display. But yeah, so this figure it's very amazing, and love it. I love it. I'm very impressed by So
Toys and the Toys Era are both absolutely killing it right now.
Yeah, they are killing it.
In terms of quality,
yeah.
I believe we also are going to double up on the next one.
I believe so too. Then I'll double up with you.
Well, hey, because I have an omniscient.
Oh, look, me too. Me too. The omniscient.
Hashtag me too. Yeah, and
again, I haven't even opened this bad boy up, so I'm very excited to. And for those people who are wondering, well, what is that? Oh, dude, this is dope as fuck.
Oh yeah,
wow. Oh my god.
Look at this. Look at that. Woo. Oh, his hands are flying everywhere. Sorry, Heimdall.
Look at this. Idris Elba. It's Heimdall.
Yeah.
This is one tasty figure. Wow. This is really... I mean, Justin was singing the praises on his review. This is one beautiful... I mean, the tailoring on this outfit is incredible. This, of course, is going to join my Asgardian display because I've got Odin, wow, dude. Here, let me go. Here, let me go full frame on you. Show it.
No, go. Yeah. Well, okay,
no,
hold on.
show us.
Pop this down here then. So I've got both hands free. Look at this. Let me just move the mic as well a wee bit. Look at this. So let's get a close up on the head, the Idris Elba head. Sorry, my mic. Sorry, I'm gonna move the freaking microphone. No. Okay, we're gonna leave the box there. That's where it wants to stay. So yeah, look at that Idris Elba head sculpt. That looks incredible. And then this outfit's kind of like a leathery, feels like a leathery outfit that he's wearing. The actual texture of it. And then you got the beautiful chest piece as well. And then he's got, which is in the box, which I've now knocked halfway across the room. He's got his sword.
Well, I'll show you. I can go on to me here.
You jump to you now.
Here is, first of all, he comes with, this sword is die cast. This whole thing is metal. It's gigantic and it's really, really heavy. And in addition to the sword, he also comes with these daggers, which go with the figure that are also die cast. And this straps onto the back of his belt. These are killer accessories. And these come out, and these are die cast. And these, as Justin would say, these feel very substantial or very chunky. And wow, I'm very impressed by these accessories. These are huge. Yeah, I mean, you could literally kill somebody with this. You could walk up behind them and stick this right in the back of their neck and shove it into their brain. That's how heavy and heavy duty this sword is.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is one big, huge accessory. Wow, I am very impressed with this figure, I'm so happy we both own it.
I know. Well, I mean, I was slightly worried because I purchased this. I purchased it from not the usual sites, and it was up for pre-order, and I bought it, and then the page got taken down. So I was a little bit concerned, but apparently my concerns were unnecessary because everything was still going according to plan. But yeah, that's it's a great one to have. I've got Thor from Infinity War, so that can go with my Infinity War Thor.
Yeah, I mean, I got that throne, the Odin throne. So I've still got my Odin and Thor from the very first Thor movie. So I can do my Loki, Thor, do a whole little Asgardian display, as it were, and add Heimdall to that. So I'm very excited about this. These are again third-party figures killing it. I mean, let's all face it. We know that there's an element of racism that runs through Hot Toys, but well, they don't make enough black characters. I think that's just me. They should have made a Heimdall, and they didn't. But now we have one, so I can't complain.
I just think Hot Toys just aren't prepared to take a risk on anything that isn't the main character.
It's true. It's true.
I think that's its problem. I don't think it's
Okay, I'm just kiddingly making. But I just want my cyborg. Come on.
Yeah. Oh no, I do. But
come on. Why have you made me? Why don't I have a cyborg? I want what I want.
Well,
I'm entitled.
We know though. We know why, and it's not to do with Cyborg's color. The problem with Cyborg is it would need a completely different body. And I don't even know how they would do it with everything on there. You know, with the mechanics and all that. It would. I mean, because you don't even have full like legs. You'd have to have the legs. It has to be made from scratch. But I just like to say that because it's my way of defending my cis white heterosexual maledom, so I can accuse other people of racism, like my favorite toy company. But I'm kidding. I kid as. I'm kidding.
So what do you got going? What's going on here? Sorry. Hang on. Hold on. Let me go full frame on this. What do we got?
Purposely try and knock this box off here. I'll place it down nicely there. Yeah, nice and easy. Turn the microphone. Move the microphone. Here, as my third and final, is I went through all the faff of ordering the Hunter from Destiny 2. And then have them send and the Warlock, and then they sent me 2 Hunters instead of the Hunter and the Warlock. At last they picked up the Warlocks. At last they picked up the extra Daredevils. Somebody I think emailed me the other day and said, "Hey Az, I saw that you got delivered a whole box of Daredevils. If you're not going to give them back, can I buy one off you?" I'm giving them back, dude. They kind of know. So this is the Warlock from Destiny 2.
Wow, that's...
so this is the Warlock, which can now go my Hunter. Look at that helmet, yo. Look at that beautiful helmet. So yeah, these accessories. It's got the we've got the cold fusion gun. We've got an auto rifle in there as well. So yeah, Destiny's pretty cool. These are cool figures. I wish I'd picked up the Titan early doors, which I didn't, and that's been and gone for a while now. But the level of detail on this, look at the bone going on there, and then the level of detail on the armor and this beautiful kind of cloak here as well, cape aspect to it. Really, really cool. Oh yeah. This is a beaut, and this is a female. This is a female Warlock, not a male Warlock as well. You can tell because there is a boost. There is a boost going on. So that's gonna be cool because it's nice to have some 1-in-6s that deviate from just TV or film, and this of course goes into the realm of video games.
And you can have Saladin rule over them all.
Yeah. Yes, from his chair.
That's right.
And that's 3-0, and 3-0 have not been doing a bad job either.
No.
And 3-0, I believe, are the ones that are doing the Transformers, which I Like the Bumblebee. I think the Bumblebee's this last week. I think we showed this off last week. If you didn't see, but I think that's 3-0, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think so. So yeah, 3-0. Another great little company that's producing some awesome stuff. So it's easy to see why you want to pull the trigger on these things. The gun. Yeah, you got the gun, and then you got the sword for when it goes into its special. Oh yeah, this is an absolute diamond. What are you faffing with, sir?
I'll show you.
Please do.
Now, this is one of, I gotta say, this might be one of my very favorite Hot Toys figures that I've received in a while. I was kind of sleeping on this figure. It was one of those things where, when you're paying it off at Sideshow, you can bump it months. Like, I wasn't too excited about it. So this is from Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is the Wasp. Now, I have not taken her complete. She again in the box. This figure, I have to say, is incredible. There's a lot of accessories here. There's even a lighting effect, which I don't have the batteries in, but on the helmet here, she comes with wings. The uniform is absolutely incredible. The accessories, enormous accessories. She also comes with a head sculpt knot that I think this head sculpt is actually really, really good. And it's a great head sculpt. But this figure, this figure is selling out. I think a lot of people might have slept on this figure. I wanted her because, as I really want to recreate the scene from Endgame when all of our favorite female characters pose together. I mean, I want to be able to do it.
Justin already did, didn't he?
He certainly did, and it's on the Toys Wonderland website. But this figure, both of these Ant-Man and the Wasp figures are incredible, but this figure is really, really good. And I'm glad that I got this because I think it's now waitlisted or it's sold out at Sideshow. But again, I kept bumping this down the road and not like I don't need to. I put the deposit on it, but I don't know. I got better things to do with my money, or I don't have any. So I'm just gonna push it. And finally, I'm like, oh, I've only got one payment on this. I'll get it. And I had no idea how great this figure actually was, but it is chock-a-block full of accessories. I mean, if you look at this, it's got. I mean, I don't want everything to fall out of here, but
yeah, be careful.
I mean, it's got tons of stuff in here, not just arms. Yeah. It's got light stuff. It's got shield stuff, and the wings are huge. So you can't really see what's in here, but it's full of stuff.
And it's got a shrunken version of itself as well, hasn't it? You can actually have a.
Yep, she's got you can't see it, but it's actually. Can I take this out? Yes, I can take it out. But here she comes with a shrunken version of herself.
Look at that. That is great.
So, and it's really good with translucent wings and everything. I mean, this figure is dope. And these things, it's really, really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm on the wait list on Sideshow. And you can decline the wait list if it comes up and you don't want it. But it is in stock in Toys Wonderland.
Yeah, and it's cheap there too. But
and it's not a bad price. It's not a bad price for a Hot Toy, obviously.
I wonder if you can see, like in here, they're the wings.
Oh wow!
These wings, as Justin would say, chonky. But imagine, I haven't put them on, but imagine what they'll look like on this figure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one impressive ladies. She is very impressive, and I am very happy that I finally was like, yeah, okay. Trigger pull.
Well, I saw some behind-the-scenes footage at Endgame, and they were, like, showing that segment, where they get all the whammons together. And, most of them are just, like, standing around and talking and laughing. But that actress, she's there, and she's just, like, doing press-ups on the ground. She's just, like, she's She wants to look good. She wants to look as good as she possibly can for when her team arrives. But yeah, she's a gorgeous lady. Meow.
She really is. And but this, I'll tell you, this is a very impressive figure. You know, and it's funny because sometimes, like, I felt that way about Nebula as well. Another great impressive figure. So good on Hot Toys for and they look great together. Ant-Man and the Wasp will look great together in your display, which I've been doing. By the way, are you making any? How's your leg? Are you making any headway into building those Moducases? Cases?
I'm making a little bit of headway here. Slow progress, but a little bit. I'm thinking of taking all of Saturday off and then just going at a very slow speed to just to start shifting stuff out, and hopefully, just say literally nothing. We're not going on the computer to work. We're not doing anything. We're taking Saturday off, and then just try and get all of this stuff now moved out, and then slowly just like bring it one at a time. Bring one Moducase case at a time, and then start constructing, because I want to get them up. I want it all up and ready for the start of the new channel. You see, so yeah, slow progress, but there's no rush on a Saturday. Doesn't matter what time you start, just a little bit, because little bits add up. And I've been trying to do a little bit of something every day. Just to kind of say to myself, well, we did that, we did a little bit of that, and that's okay. So yeah, a little bit. I wish I had done more, wish I could do more, but a little bit. We're sort of having fun in that department.
Yeah, I mean I've received 3 of the 9 Moducases that I have. I've got one more I need to build. I have to say the way they all go together is very cool.
Is it?
They're a pain to build, but how they go together is they make it really, really cool, because eventually I'll have 9 cubes like the Hollywood Squares. But
yes,
I built the 3, but then if I wanted to, I could build 3, 3, 3 and make them all, which I'm actually kind of thinking of doing.
Because I'm thinking of doing it that way first, 3, 3, 3.
Yep.
Then build on top of it.
Yep.
That's the way I'm thinking of doing.
Because that way you can leave all the shelves open instead of having walls in between them all. And I'm thinking that that's the way that I might to go. Because that way you can this is the way. Because you can put your vehicles, like the vehicles will fit through. Since you don't have the DF-120s, I don't either. We just have DF-60s, but you could still fit the vehicles all through. They'll fit through 2 Moducases.
Yeah, I could. I just really wish I had a 120 just right now.
Yeah, me too. But
because I just don't want that bar in the way of my Justice Mobile.
I know. By the way, I gotta read this tip.
Sure.
It's very topical.
Okay.
Is as excited it's coming home. Did handling the real BBC make a Miss England's revenge on the Germans for World War II?
What? We won World War II. Yeah, I mean, I was doing the real BBC with Gary, so I couldn't watch the second half of the footy. And it was, we're 0-0 at halftime, I think. So yeah, it was great to beat Germany. We like to call them the old enemy, whereas Germany, they're not bothered at all. I think Holland is their sort of like bogey team that they're kind of concerned about.
Do you still call them the Jerrys? Do you still call them the Jerrys in England, like that World War II slang?
Nah.
Yeah.
Just call them Nazi scum.
There you go.
What's it? I think it's 55 years since we beat Germany in a tournament.
Yeah, so that had to have been sweet.
Yeah, that bogey has been removed from our back, which is great. We're the better team, though. We were the better team. Weren't great. We could play way better than that. I hope we can get past the Ukraine. We should get past the Ukraine, and at least go into the semis. So we'll see. Now this is going to come up
200-watt studio fires this in, but I can't wait to hear your thoughts. How do you guys feel about the 4th episode of Loki?
It actually infuriated me and made me mad.
And why is that?
I to be honest with you, I really thought that the show completely destroyed Loki's character. He was pathetic in it. He was secondary to everything. I'm so tired now, Rob, of men sitting down validating women. And in that first scene where he sat down with her as the moon's colliding, and he just went, "You're amazing," and I was just like, oh, fuck off, you know. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that. You know, stop telling. Let's start showing. He's known her for like an hour and a half, and now he's in love with her. It's just like, this is ludicrous stuff. The whole Sith thing was just, I mean, to me, it was an embarrassment that he ended up being on his knees again, talking about how pathetic he is. And I mean, there's a video, so I'll try and paraphrase this as quickly as possible. But I just hated the way that once again he was telling everyone how pathetic he is while validating all the other women. If there was a scene where there was a man coming in and repeatedly smacking a woman around, they'll be held to pay.
Right.
But the virtue signals are so conflicted and all over the place now, because women are meant to be equal. So isn't it equal that men should still fight women in these things? But no, but you can't have a man fight a woman in these things now, because thanks, Rose McGowan. And so you just get this woman constantly coming in, beating this man down until he just says, "I'm pathetic and I'm a narcissist and I'm just desperate for attention and I'm gonna be alone for all my life." And she's like, "Yeah, you will be." And then while him and Owen Wilson are figuring things out together, Sylvie and diverse woman of color and size are just getting on with it and doing it and immediately just like trusting each other. Because why? They both got a fucking vagina. You know, why are you suddenly just immediately trusting each other? And then when she enchants her again, and instead of us seeing her in her world being happy, we just have to look at her wiggling her head around and then going, "Oh, I was happy." Don't tell us. Show, you know, there's all this don't tell show. It was obvious that the lizard weren't the lizard people, and every man was just absolutely subservient and beta and secondary. And it was, I'm just so sick and tired of characters being second stringers in their own shows. And this whole Loki to me has just been him being told how useless he is, him telling people how useless he is, and being dragged around like a puppy dog by Sylvie, whilst everything Sylvie does is amazing, and everyone has to validate her to say that she's amazing. And I'm tired of it. I'm so over this. I'm so done with this sort of thing, and we're going to get more of it because it's going to happen in Hawkeye with Kate Bishop, and it's going to happen in Ms. Marvel, and it's going to happen in Ironheart, and we're just going to see it over and over and over again. And I'm done with this. I mean, I'm going to have to finish the series because people want me to get mad, but I'm just like done with the whole these Marvel TV shows. And they're written by idiots. They're written by people that have no credentials. The dialogue's pathetic. There's no flow to the episodes. It's sitting down and talking because they can't think of any creative way to explore dialogue and introduce themes into the show. And it could be so much better, this show, if it was more dynamic and interesting, and if the main protagonist was actually acting like a protagonist. But no, we just get sitting and talking, validating other people, and just telling other people how useless you are. I can't handle this nonsense anymore. I'm done.
By the way, Mr. Buttcrack Media sent in a super sticker of a... I'll have to let you press that button.
Oh.
Of a...
What?
I love when you do that. I have to say...
honestly, though, Rob, I will say one thing. Sorry, just before you jump in. If I wasn't doing a video for the channel, because people have said, please, can you just review this show? If I didn't have to do a video for this channel, I actually would have turned this off halfway through because I was that done with it. Yeah, I was that done. Sorry. So that's all I gotta say there.
No, I mean, on this episode, you know, I at first I thought the Sylvie thing, because he's kind of in love with himself. You know, he's seeing himself reflected. But then as it went along, I completely agree with you. I felt like the character of Loki now, like you said, he's not himself. He's being written as this sort of emasculated version of himself, and usually I was waiting for when he turns the tables, but
Yes.
I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but I really disliked what happened to Owen Wilson's character as well, because he also is somebody that has been subservient to it. Look, when it starts to get overbearing like this, I mean, it was really interesting, the relationship that was developing between Owen Wilson's character and Tom Hiddleston's Loki. That kind of stuff was really interesting. But then both of them are subservient now to the female contingent, and I never felt that was necessarily a problem. But in this episode, I felt it was overbearing. And it undermined what was going on the show, which I've liked the show more than you have, but this episode really was off-putting to me on a number of different levels, because the character of Loki is supposed to have one up, you know, he knows he's a god. He's a god from Asgard.
God of lies.
And
God of mischief.
He's been in a situation where they really showed him, I thought, in an unfavorable light. It was not enjoyable to watch what kept happening to him, and in a way, I don't know why, I felt it was just distasteful.
When you've had something as good as his arc, because obviously we got to. I mean, I've got to take his arc from the MCU into consideration. I think everyone has to. And when you saw the arc that he went through. And I want to immediately just dismiss something. He was not under the control of the Tesseract at all. That's a retcon which they put in there to try and, for whatever reason, make him more sympathetic. I don't know. But he clearly wasn't under the control of the Tesseract in Avengers. That was his own decision to do, because he actually went through a story arc about reconciling the people that he killed as well. And then by the end, in Endgame, where he refers to himself as Odin's son, you know, and how he would die for his brother, and does, and when Thanos is crushing the life out of him, he just says, "You'll never be a god. You will never." You know, he goes out defiant, and that was like such a, you know, like a heartbreaking way for Loki to go, but such a cool way for his character to go.
Right.
And now he's just this fucking unpotty trained puppy that's just pissing himself and being pathetic and sticking its tail between his legs. And this isn't the god of mischief. This isn't the god of lies. This isn't the person who can turn things on a dime, who can trick you, who can fool you. This isn't Loki. This is nothing to do with Loki. And I thought the intersectional feminism in this episode was, like you said, so overbearing. It was just so overbearing. None of the female characters have flaws. None of them. They're all just amazing at everything. Sylvie's just amazing at everything. She hasn't done a single thing wrong. They had to put more security on Sylvie because she's a threat and Loki isn't. And it's just like, you are destroying your character there. You're telling the audience that your main character is pathetic, is beta, is secondary, while you boost up this woman that we've known for 10 seconds. And I missed it initially. When I put the video out, the comment section actually put me to it. But for the first time, there's now an end credit scene in this episode.
Yes.
Where hasn't been an end credit scene so far, so I wasn't even thinking about looking for an end credit scene. So in the end credit scene, we have now a black Loki with what looks like a version of Mjolnir. We have a kid Loki with a crocodile Loki. I don't even know if that's meant to be, you know, two different Lokis.
But then we have one of my favorite actors.
But we do have Richard E. Grant, and I do love Richard E. Grant. But I'm just like, there are two episodes left, and we have spent 4 episodes walking and fucking talking and sitting and fucking talking and barely progressing the plot. And now you want to introduce 3 or potentially 4 new Lokis in a world probably where everybody goes when you've been, zapped out of existence by the looks of it. And we're going to have them for 2 episodes. And let's be honest, probably half of their stories will be resolved in the next. It just felt like, what an utter waste of bringing these characters in now. So we're going to have next episode, are we going to have, strongest of strong women and Sylvie going and learning all the intricacies while Loki and Doofus Loki and Black Loki and Crocodile Loki and Kid Loki are going around Blitzworld, probably finding Owen Wilson there as well, and finding a way back. And then by the time they find a way back in, or somebody comes to get them because of Sylvie and the other woman have worked something out and unlocked all the secrets of this and that while they've been dicking about. Just seems such a waste.
Yeah, it's not the direction I would have wanted to go. But as some people have pointed out, maybe this world is Battle World and they're setting up secret wars. Like, I don't know. I just think, like you said, I'm tired of Loki being beaten down and not really the star of his own show. I can't disagree with you there. By the way, Michael Strelitz says, "Hail as you fantastic entertainer. Love your shows, and thank you, Rob. Burn the net, twatter."
When you're going back to you're watching Loki, right? And I wanted a fun Loki because I love Loki. I love Tom Hiddleston. I think he's great. And I think the first couple of episodes, you could really see him and Owen Wilson trying their damnedest to make this uninteresting dialogue interesting. But, they could only do it to a certain degree. And then you look at the writing credits of the people that they've had writing, and they have none. This one today is a production assistant on Rick and Morty. He's got 4 writing credits, including this episode of Loki, to his name. Last week's was Bisha A. Ali, who's doing Ms. Marvel, showrunner and writer of Ms. Marvel. She's a political comedian, i.e. just a racist that goes on stage, calls white men, horrible things, and then says oopsie doopsie at the end of the sentence, and people laugh. And that's called comedy nowadays. It's just another way for people to be fucking toxic on stage and etc. And she wrote the last one, and that was like, to me, that one was falling off a cliff anyway.
I still don't understand.
Loki.
I still don't understand how they took this. That was a very expensive episode of TV with all the visual effects and everything that was involved, and I don't quite know what we got from that, unless it plays into.
Well, we got the TVA they're all variants, and Loki's a bisexual, and then the showrunner actually tweeted out after the show how her goal for the series was to make Loki bisexual canon, and you've said it many times yourself. When you put your own agenda ahead of the story,
it's compromising. Yeah. I mean, everything should go character and story, and if you want to have your story should inherently have certain elements to it. You don't just throw things in just to throw them in. What does that have to do with the story you're telling?
I can watch Person of Interest afterwards. I'm watching Person of Interest because it's a show that has great characters, and the characters are irrespective of their genders, all their colors. You don't feel when you're watching something like Person of Interest, you're watching a color with 2 white male leads and a black female lead, and then a white male second. It doesn't feel like that at all. It just feels like very fleshed out, well done characters where you don't have to sort of use the modicum of strong female because it's just a woman who's written very well.
Right.
It's only in modern day that we seem to be attaching these silly terminologies like strong female character. Well, no, because strong female in current day means man. literally means a man which you've put a dress on, because that's the characteristics they display. They lose all their femininity. They just gain lots of masculinity, and they just behave like men. And then the men are subservient, and that's what your version of a strong woman is. No, you want to know what a strong woman is? Look back to film. Look back to Alien. Look back to Voyager. Look back to A Person of Interest. Carter is one of the best written female characters there's been in television for a long time.
Yep.
But it just frustrates me because this is entertainment. This is our entertainment. This is meant to be our fun. This is meant to be our switch off. And I say it time and again. The people who a lot of people who are watching the shows that we do, the streams that we do, the videos that we do, these are working people, just like we've been in our lives. You get up, at 7 o'clock, you get ready, you make breakfast, you send the kids to school, you go to work, you do a hard day's work, you come back, you want to put your feet up and relax. You want to put the feet up and relax, and you want to be entertained, or you want to be scared in a horror film, or you want to be intrigued by a mystery, but you want to be taken somewhere, and you want to feel as if you're on a journey, on an adventure of some kind. And I just don't feel that is our entertainment today. I don't feel it's even anywhere close to our entertainment today.
Well, also, I feel that that the character of Loki is not being well served. The character as previously established, and people can say, "Well, Robin knows he didn't go through all the. That's the 2012 Loki. He hasn't had all the experiences that the other Loki had." And I'm like, yeah, which means he should be at the malevolent top of his game.
Yes.
He hasn't had to deal with the emotional baggage of what happened in Dark World necessarily, or his mother dying or anything like that. I mean, he's still trying to get himself up on top, and I don't see that it's funny, he even ran after Sylvie. It's not like this was something he instigated. He hasn't been biding his time to figure out how he should act or how he should move. And he was essentially defeated in this episode, and that bothered me.
We already saw him broken down in the first episode, so it just feels like a rehash of what they've already done to the character, which I didn't think was good in the first place.
Right.
And even when they met back up after being captured by the TVA. Oh, and by the way, all those deviations in the timeline, where did they go?
Well, yeah.
That just stopped.
I guess those are just distractions, so Sylvie could get in. It's just, it's all a little odd.
And when they met back up, she turned to him and was like, "Are you all right?" And he's just like,
"I got beat up by Lady
he's
Sif."
he's just so just so emasculated in this now, and it's and even when they're doing the fight scene at the end, it was just like he's just off in a corner. And the focus of the fighting is Sylvie and strongest woman of the TVA. And it's just like you are not giving this guy anything at all. And it's wow, holy!
I'll be curious to see where it goes. By the way, Sandy Q says thank you both for the good fun and good cheer. And for reminding us all to take pride in our passions, whatever they may be and however much they cost. I love you. Well, thanks for that, Sandy Q. And also Oracle of Doom says, I pulled the trigger on the 6th scale. Is it Sephiroth? Sephiroth from Toys Wonderland. Can't wait till he ships. You are a bad influence.
Oh no, we're not.
Being awesome. We're not a bad influence. We're purveyors of joy.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do.
That Sephiroth does look great. I haven't pulled my trigger on it yet myself.
Is that from a game? I'm not.
For Final Fantasy VII, yeah.
Okay.
But it's so good that I am sort of thinking I really probably should.
Well, then you should do it right now. You know what the rule is.
I've just bought a fucking Batwing.
It doesn't matter. You know what? Sephiroth is not a Batwing. I mean, it's not even going to go in your Batwing when you get it.
No, Sephiroth can fly himself, so he don't need no Batwing. He don't need no Batwing.
Terrier says, we can celebrate bad things also. Show that awesome Last Blood figure from Toys Wonderland. I can't show it again. Terrier, I can't show it again. Yikes, he says.
Show the Creed. Show how bad the Creed is.
Oh, I didn't even pick that. I didn't even put that up. I don't even have that. I'd have to go get it. It was so depressing. Like, I couldn't even. Michael Strelitz says, this is for your mods. He sends in a very super chat. Thank you, guys, and keep the good work going. Respect. We have good mods. You and I both have. We give good mod, don't we?
Yeah, we do give mod, and I sent my mod some coin.
I need to do
this
that
week because they have been doing such a great job. So my two like primary mods, and I do have a couple of other mods who have come on, and I will treat them the same, in due course. My primary mods who've been literally just from day one, Purple Valkyrie and Vanessa, they have been, they've been such sweethearts. I just a little something back for say thank you.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to show this Creed figure. I'm going to show it. And
hey, just some guy.
I love Michael B. Jordan. Like if I could, if I could be another human being, I would. If I was going to be Chinese, I'd want to be Tony Leung. If I was going to be a black guy, I'd want to be Michael B. Jordan or Mike Coulter from, Iron Fist. I mean, why am I drawing a blank on this show? Mike Coulter, not Power Man. Luke Cage. I'd want to be Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd also, if I wasn't Luke Cage, I want to be Michael B. Jordan. So I'm going to show this figure. This to me looks like, it's so weird and misshapen, and the small head, and I don't understand. Like they seem to make good accessories, this company, but the figure's like, what is this figure? I don't even and look, the face sculpt is not. It's a lot better than the Sylvester Stallone, but this body looks like it looks like the character from the Umbrella Academy, more with this weird body and the weird joints, and I'm just not a big fan of what they are doing. If they're repopping, and that's, Killmonger, when I wasn't going to get Killmonger until they came with the Michael B. Jordan head sculpt, and it's great. But I look at this and I'm like, man, as much as I love Michael B. Jordan, I'm not going to know. I can't. I'd still love a great Creed figure, but this isn't it. And is this licensed? I don't know. I don't know. It's
Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know, dude. That's just not.
I wouldn't be impressed if I were him.
No.
That deserved to have, or should have had a seamless body.
A seamless body that actually looks like. That guy's got an incredible physique, and why doesn't it look like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with cheap to produce. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe, but we are a very discerning group, us 6-scale collectors.
Hey, we pay a lot of money. We pay a lot of money for these things. We deserve to get what we pay for.
200 Watt Studio says the Galaxy Warlord from Guardians of the Galaxy is a better Stallone face sculpt than the one from CyberX.
Oh boy.
This is a good question for you, man. Peter Pacheco asks, I asked this on Justin's show last night, but I want your opinion. Which piece is out that you don't have that you would think of as your grail? Mine would be the Dark Knight Joker. I have 2 different Dark Knight Jokers, but what would be your grail piece
that I don't have? I know the answer to
you
this
do
question. Yeah, I do. Before I started collecting 1-in-6s, and I used to love looking at them because I'm looking at stuff which I could never afford at that point in my life. But I just thought they were so well made and they were so cool. My grail piece that I looked at over and over again, which I don't have, was the 2-pack, not Shakur, was the 2-pack of Keaton's Batman Returns, in Bruce Wayne and in suit form.
Yes.
Because I absolutely adore that bat suit from Batman Returns. I just think it is so damn cool. I love the lines of it. It's got the bat symbol, the proper bat symbol. It'll always be the proper bat symbol to me on it as well. Everything about it, the shape of the cow is just so perfect. And then you get a Bruce Wayne in his tux with it as well. So yeah, I can see myself putting the trigger on that at some point.
Hey, it's only $700 used.
I know. That's the problem.
I did not get that set, and I should have. I slept on that set, and I was an idiot for doing so. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good set. I like that. For me, I'll tell you, that's a tough one. Grail figures that I don't have. I'll tell you, I really want, and I can still get it again. Enter Bay, I even own this figure. They had a Samanosuke figure from Onimusha, the Capcom Onimusha game. Yeah. It's not a particularly great figure. I had it for a while, then I didn't have it, and I really regret giving it up.
I love the first Onimusha video.
I love Onimusha. I loved all the way through Onimusha 3 when John Renault's in it. But I loved Onimusha and I loved Devil May Cry. But I want my, it was made by Enter Bay, and I want that figure. Because other figures you can get, but that was a figure that I thought was really cool, but it wasn't exactly the most well-made figure in the world. It's really hard to find, I suppose. But actually, you know what? That's not true. I've got another one. It was in my, when I had a storage, I had a Storage Wars mishap.
Don't panic, I'm still here.
With my storage facility. I had a figure. Some crazy Chinese dude, I think in Hong Kong, had figures made from the Shaw Brothers Ultraman ripoff movie Inframan.
Oh wow!
Or the Super Inframan, and I love the Super Inframan, and they made the Skeleton Warrior villains, and they made Inframan. And I had that Inframan figure. That Inframan figure is impossible to find. And apparently this dude made it himself, like he financed it and had it made himself. And if you could, actually, let's see how much one costs. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can find it. The thing is, whenever they come up, Inframan 6 scale, they're so expensive. I had it, and that's my Grail figure. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't even show up. On eBay, it doesn't show up because they're so rare now. The figures are so rare. Let me let's see. That's my Grail figures. I want my Inframan figure back. 1/6 figure, and it was a really, really. Oh, here it is. Inframan third, very rare. Let's see what there is a YouTube video about this. John Deek, Inframan action figure, 13 inches tall, very rare. It's a YouTube video. It says extremely rare Inframan action figure, limited to only 102 pieces worldwide. I had it. It took me 3 years to find this figure. He stands about 13 inches tall and is fully posable. He also comes with interchangeable gloves. I want it. That's my Grail figure. I didn't realize there was only 100 made. I had both of them, and it kills me that I don't have it. So that's my Grail figure. So there you go. I don't know what to say. Have you Predator 1987 wants to know if we've seen the Prime 1 Jungle Hunter Predator statue. I have. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really good. I think it's great.
There are no more statues. No more statues.
Right. Yeah. Plus, I mean, I have a lot of Predators. I sold, idiot that I was, I sold my Hot Toys Predator. I had a friend that really wanted that and my Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Predator figures. I need the money at the time. I'm like, oh, okay. And okay. I wouldn't say no to getting those back. My friend S. Beam sent in a super chat and says, I really like that Ronan the Accuser figure. I'll probably pick him up. Oh, and by the way, the paint video of Robert Meyer Burnett, he's making a Robert Meyer Burnett figure, is going up on his YouTube channel after the 4th. And I love your show, guys. Well, thank you. Andy Masterson says, do you own any Sideshow Zombies? They're the Dead line. Sideshow Toys made.
Do you mean from Court of the Dead?
The Court of the Dead was something they did later, but it was all part of that whole thing. But
okay, I don't have any zombies. I'd love to. I need to.
I do.
Because I want a couple of zombies to go with my Resident Evil stuff. You know, obviously.
I wanted to. I've got my Shaun of the Dead figures, and I want to have them one day surrounded by zombie figures, which I should probably do. So why not?
On eBay, shall we?
Yeah, that's good. William Leahy sends in a super chat sticker, I think. Thank you. As did Mr. Buttcrack. Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast, says, hey, what gives? Az told me to behave myself today, and for what? No Justin and nothing but gratuitous 6-scale porn. Did I say number of the beast? It's Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast. I always get that wrong. Justin, I take full responsibility for Justin not being here. I was remiss. Vigilante Williamson sends in a super chat sticker. I don't know if that was a hot dog or not, but it probably might have been.
I can just hot dog anyway. Let's
just do it.
Swag.
I love it. Where'd that come from?
I was streaming a game called Fall Guys, which is like a multiplayer game just full of stupid games, and you compete against other people, and a certain amount of people progress to the next round. It's like a knockout. Think of It's a Knockout. Did you have a thing like It's a Knockout? Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah.
It's basically Takeshi's Castle, and I like accrued enough points in the game that you could buy costumes for your little avatar man. So I made this. I could purchase this hot dog costume. So I purchased this hot dog costume, and so I thought it'd be funny the next time I streamed it to actually be in a hot dog costume.
I've seen you in that costume.
Yeah, so I bought this hot dog costume, wore it in the stream, called myself Hot Dog Man, Identity Unknown, and it really caught on that people just started posting super stickers of hot dogs.
Well, that makes sense to me.
There you go. There's the origin of the hot dog super sticker.
I love it. The Norwegian Kryptonian sends in a super chat and says, when Brazil lost 1-7 to Germany in the World Cup,
yeah,
someone put the whole match up on one of the adult hubs. Laugh out loud. Shine on.
It was crazy. I was watching that. I could not believe what I was watching.
I watched that too.
I don't think Brazil could believe what they were watching either.
No.
But,
Nope.
Holy cow. Yeah,
nope.
That was crazy.
Jens Anderson sends in a super chat and says, love you guys and what you do, and I, for one, always appreciate an Az rant. The working man normie, P.S. Mary Marvel does have nice thighs.
Oh. But I mean, it's kind of like a rant because it's born from frustration because, you know, I want to be entertained and I want it to be good, and I just get frustrated when we clearly see agendas which shouldn't even be there, and, you know, again, when you put your own personal agendas ahead of the story, all it does is compromise the story. And
agreed.
But this is who they're harrying. These are the people who they're harrying. They're harrying based off agenda. Good luck.
That's why we have our toys.
Yes.
That's why we have them. Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast, says, I stopped at Endgame. Your conversations, debates are validating that decision and are personally infinitely more entertaining. Thanks, sizists. You know what? Everyone's accusing us of being sizists. People are always saying, why not 1/12 scale? Why not 1/12 scale? And I'm like, my answer to that is because 1/6 scale is better.
Yeah.
More superior.
Why have 6 inches when you can have 12?
I agree. I've been wishing that my entire life. No, I'm just kidding. Did you all? Oh, Daniel Heaton wants to know: did we all purchase the Man from Toys Wonderland? Can't wait for the Batman. It looks metal. And have you received your Ezra Flash head sculpt? I actually did not order the Ezra Flash head sculpt. I should have.
Oh,
but I didn't.
I did, but it hasn't arrived.
Yeah, I got my my Jon Snow and my Superman. I think my Henry Cavill is arriving, but I think that I should order that unless it's sold out. It might be sold out. The Ezra Miller.
Was the Man the dude?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Was the Man the dude? I'm not sure who the Man was. I can't remember.
Yes.
Because obviously the third-party ones get named different names. So was the Man meant to be the dude from,
that is a good question. I don't...
Just put it in the chat.
Yeah, or let's look it up. Toys Wonderland. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I have, but there's no search.
Oh,
I put the Man in, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know. But other than that...
Yeah, from the Big Lebowski, that's it, yeah.
Oh. I didn't order that. Did you?
No, but I'm just asking, is the Man meant to be the dude?
Yeah, it could be.
From the Big Lebowski, that's... But I don't know.
It very well could be. But yeah, 1/6 kit would be a place to go. There is a 12th scale. I have to say this. I have to amend. There is a 12th scale Godfather, a Vito Corleone from The Godfather, that I might pick up. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. And there is a 12th scale. Did you see the 12th scale Death Batman? It kind of looks like Batman Beyond, but it's like a Death version, the Death Knight.
Oh, no.
It's kind of cool. Here, I'll put it up in the chat. I don't like. I mean, if you start buying one 12th scale figure and it's not something you normally collect, it could send you down a rabbit hole that leads to an addiction that might be damaging to your person later in life. So,
or it could just be an anomaly in an otherwise amazing collection.
Maybe, but then again, it might not be. So this is very much. This looks like the hell version of the Batman Beyond figure, which is right here. I put it up there. I don't know how long it'll take to see, but it looks like Batman Beyond meets the devil, and I kind of like it in a way. I don't know if I would actually pull the trigger on something like that, but I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to come up, but I'm waiting for it to come. Look at that delay. I don't know, but if you see it, would it be something that you would buy? What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Sure. Oh, wait. Oh, that's... You know what? I'm not saying anything either. I forgot to switch it off. Oops. Sorry. So, I haven't quite figured that out yet. So, everyone's like looking at the figure going, what? So, please explain to me why you wouldn't get that figure.
Yeah, I love Batman because he's the world's greatest detective. So even if that was the 1/6 size, not 1/12, so it would be potentially appealing for me to collect. It's not it's not giving off the vibes of why I like Batman. I can understand why somebody would like it. I can appreciate that. It's no shade. But to me, no, it's just not the reason why I collect Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'll accept that. So, yeah, okay. That's good. I'll buy it. Orville Nation sent in a super chat and says, I wanted to show our unconditional support for Az.
Oh, dude, you're a sweetheart.
Now, someone else wants to know, Andrew Matthews is like, Az, could you put your custom head sculpt on the Kingpin body? So the sculpt of you.
Yeah. Hey, I'll give it a go. I think it might be small because it's a 1/6 scale, but I could give it a go for sure. God, that'd be great.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd want that figure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it.
That's a very good thing. So, well, let's see.
Might
what
end
else?
up looking like that creature from Beetlejuice.
The funny thing is I know exactly what you mean by that. The tiny head. The tiny head sculpt. Well, yeah. So, hey. I don't know what else to say.
It's fine. It's great.
I've covered all of our ground. I'm like, I've come to the end of my agenda on this show.
Well, that is a perfect 2 hours,
It is a perfect 2 hours.
Perfect.
And
a couple more stupids going actually.
Yes. No, I think I've got them all. Oh, Daniel. Daniel asks the man is a third-party custom 6-scale Bruce Wayne from the Batman. I saw in one of your previous shows. Oh yeah, that figure is awesome. Is that the one that lights up?
No, that's the Robert. No, that's the Robert Pattinson.
The Robert. Wayne. Oh yeah, the man. Yeah. I did not order that figure yet because I want to see if I like the movie.
I haven't.
Well, if you like the movie, do you think you will?
If I like the movie, I don't know. I mean, that being a Bruce Wayne, the Bruce Wayne would have to fit to something for me,
right?
So I would have to see sort of what merch they would release, because there's a very, very high chance that we'll get a Batman, a licensed 1/6, the Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, which will most likely come with a Robert Pattinson head sculpt, maybe with black ties, panda eyes, as we've seen in the trailer and whatnot. Maybe even a couple of head sculpts, who knows? But I'm pretty positive that we're going to get an official one, so I'd rather see what that is up for offer first.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of feel the same way. I mean, I don't usually buy figures of movies I haven't seen yet. I mean, like, I kind of have to like things before I buy them. You know, like I wouldn't, even if something went up for pre-order and like I'm not a speculator. Like, oh, I might get this, so I'll buy it. Yeah, I tend to not do that. So,
yeah, the only time that I think I've leapt before I've looked, or whatever it's called, leapt before I've leaped.
Left before you leaped.
Is when I picked up the when I pre-ordered the Wandering Earth,
right?
Captain, but that is because the figure just looked so cool.
Yeah, I mean that's like the Saladin thing. I would get that because the figure is so cool.
Yeah,
but he's also not from a movie, so Well, that's not true. He is from a movie.
Yeah, you can
not
play
just
with that.
Specifically a movie. Well, listen. So we've gone 2 hours. I of course have to go to work, and then I have to do another stream. And it's late night for you in Yorkshire. Now, are you guys still locked down out there because of the Because
we got some, some stuff's open, and we are open for some stuff, but not everything's open yet. That's July 19th, is it? Now I think it's July 19th, and I don't think they're going to be able to push it back any further.
Right.
I think this scam has gone on long enough.
Yes. We're open here. We don't even have to wear masks, so they're now suggesting, because of the Delta variant, that we should wear masks inside again.
Delta variant.
I know. It's like, does that mean that Catherine Janeway is going to come back? And
Yeah. The Delta Flyer variant.
Well, listen, I do want to thank all of my moderating staff, Joshua Levesque, Dean Mikatich. I don't know if Purple Valkyrie is here for me, too. Thanks, Purple Valkyrie. I appreciate that. And all of the other moderators that do the Lord's work here. And I want to thank everybody for generously supporting the channel via Super Chats and tips. Thank you so much. And, of course, if you want to send letters to Az and I, you can at the Burnettwork.net website. Free of charge. Just write us a letter. Tell us what you want. Send us pictures. I'll show them. Show us your collection. And all that. And so, now that you're no longer on Twitter, you're on Instagram. People can find you on Instagram, send you messages on Instagram. Where are all the places people can find you?
You can just find me on Insta, which is Heel_versus_Babyface. And, of course, on YouTube, HeelsvsBabyFace. And soon to be What Toys YouTube channel, which I think is that link. If that goes to some porn, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, if it's good porn.
Well, no, if it's good porn, then I'm not. But second channel opening early July. No set date, but early July. Once I have a specific date locked down, then you shall know.
Well, that's very exciting. And on that note, I think it's time to end this stream. Fully Articulated episode 15. Next week, we will be back on Az's channel for What Toys. So come join us there. I very much appreciate that. We had over 500 viewers at one point today, which is good for me.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
Good for me. Awesome. I want to thank you all for being here. And, we look forward to seeing what you buy. And remember, when it comes to whether or not you should or shouldn't buy your favorite toy, the answer is always yes. Your mom would tell you no. Your dad would tell you no. Everybody tells you no. Az and Bobby here, we say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another expensive edition of Fully Articulated.
And on that note, everyone, you can find me back on Robservations today at 3:30. Are you doing another show today, Az?
No, I'm done. I'm done for the first 6 months of 2021. Tomorrow is the second half of the year.
Can you believe it? Is God, the way you put it that way, I mean, half of 2021 is in our rearview mirror? Jesus.
Yep. Already. Yep. We're now down slope towards Christmas.
Oh boy. Well, we got Black Widow coming next week.
Yay.
I think it's going to be good. Come on.
I can't wait to pretend to care about a character that's dead. Until there's no stakes whatsoever.
Oh, well.
It's not as if the show's like 7 years too late, this film. But well done, Marvel. Well done.
All right, my friend. Well, I will see you in the next video, as Justin would say.
Oh, be seeing you.
It's a salute.
It is a salute.